Hey there guys, in this video I'm going to share with you 5 different ways that you can advertise when you're starting up either a gombobang or an academy or any English institute in South Korea. I've been teaching in South Korea for about 7 years. I've been running a gombobang here in South Korea for about 2 years. And it's not the longest time. There's people out there that have more experience than me. But I just want to do the best to share some of what I have, and if this video ends up being helpful for some of you out there, definitely let me know, and I'll be really glad to share some more videos in the future. Okay, so I'm going to go over 5 different ways that you can advertise when you're getting started or even after you've been doing things for a while. Now, one of the most biggest ways that people probably advertise is apartment flyers. So the way this usually works is you're going to go to the community center for either the apartment that you're living in, or it could be some apartment even that you're not living in. It doesn't matter. You're going to go to the community center for that apartment, and you're going to bring some of the ads that you have ready. So the ad will probably just be a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper, it could be color or black and white. It will have, your contact information. It will have probably the address of your institute. It will have some of your credentials, some basic things like that. You go to the community center, you will say, hey, I want to put up about 70 flyers or 50 flyers, and then you're going to pay them money to have the permission to put those up, to have the permission to advertise. If you just go put them up in some apartment without getting any permission, of course, that's a big no-no. You don't want to do like that. So you give them the money to have the permission to put them up, and then they will let you put them up. There's 2 ways that you can get them put up. One way is you go apartment to apartment and you put it up yourself. They might give you a key so that you can go into the different apartment dongs and you can hang it up. The other way is sometimes you can pay them to put them up for you. And of course that will cost a little bit more money. What I will say about this way is you might have a few weeks of putting up tons of apartment flyers and you might not get any contact back. For 100 flyers that you put up, you might get 1 phone call. And out of 1,000 flyers in, it might be 10 phone calls. And out of those 10 phone calls, you might only get 1 actual student. And that's a reality that you should know, because don't let that, discourage you at all. The good thing about that is you get that 1 student, and the way that things usually will work then is that you're going to start getting some more students and things will start growing for you. Okay, second way is also somewhat similar, but this way it probably requires less effort, but people might kind of just, they might not notice this way as much. The ad might not catch quite as much attention. It's a window ad. So this is going to be different for every apartment, but some apartments, they might allow you to go to your window, put kind of a big ad that people can see outside, and then when they're walking by the apartment, maybe by chance, they'll look up, they'll see, 원어민 영어 수업, or they'll see like 영어 수업, something like that, and then they'll see your phone number, and they might call out of curiosity. They might. So that is the second way. The third way is somewhat common too. So here I have written goodies. In this way, you're going to go somewhere else. For example, you might go in front of a high school. You might go in front of a middle school. You might go in front of a elementary school. Or you might go to somewhere where you know that a lot of moms will be going, a lot of moms that, of course, have younger kids, the kids that you're targeting. And you're going to bring something good like a notebook, or some candy or something that young kids or moms probably want to receive. You pass out the things to them that you have, and they'll take it. And on there, you'll probably have some paper. And again, on this paper, it will say, kind of who you are, what you're doing, your contact information, of course. And then again, you can expect some phone calls, some contact from that. But again, don't get your expectations super high. For 100, goodies that you pass out, you might get 1 phone call. If you get 1 phone call, that's amazing. Something's going really well. You might get 1 phone call. But again, you get 1 student, and that 1 student will start spreading out. Things will start growing from there. So don't let that get you discouraged at all. When passing out goodies, I think something really extremely important it's not so much what you're giving them, it's more so just your energy. You know, it's kind of your little time to show the person that you are normal, you know, to show the community that you are normal, to show the community kind of who you are, and to show your energy and to, you know, show the positive, you know, sides of you in a really short time frame. Okay. The next way is the way that I actually did it, and it worked out really well for me. But I've also heard other people have tried this way out, and it didn't work at all for them. So think of it this way. The next way is neighbor cafes. What I really like about this way is that it's free. You know, a lot of these other ways so far, they might cost a little bit of money. Even, you know, here for the window ad, you might not have to pay money to put the ad there, but you have to pay money to get the ad made. With neighbor cafes, usually you probably don't have to pay any money to post something in there. Usually. You know, cafes for different communities are different. But in my case, I didn't have to pay any money for the neighbor cafe. My wife, she actually helped me out. She posted something in Korean, kind of about who I am, what I'm doing, what kind of students I'm trying to target. And from there, we got a surprising amount, a very high amount of responses. And usually it's not people calling us, it's people saying, oh, we're interested. And when they say they're interested, they're going to ask for your curriculum. They're going to ask for your schedule too, when you have classes. So it's ready to have those things ready, because once you start getting replies, you just want to send those things out immediately. So you get some replies, and then from there, some people will want to meet you for a consultation, for a sangdam, and things go from there. All right, last way. Last way is probably one of the biggest ways, but of course, for this last way to happen, you know, you got to do one of these here first. You know, you got to let people know that you're there. The last way is word of mouth. And I think that this is a way that a lot of us get students, especially after we've been teaching for a while. We just go by word of mouth, and it brings students to us. So right now, you know, I don't advertise at all. I never advertise. My personal situation, my personal story is I advertised once with a neighbor cafe, and after that, I just use word of mouth. And you know, every now and then I get a text message, you know, people saying that they're curious about class, they want to know about the class, and I say, well, okay, yeah, sure, you know, let's get a sangdam, you know, on Saturday at like, you know, 4 o'clock or whatever, something like that. So this is a really big way, and you know, and I think that for this to happen, you know, just give your best effort, you know, always give your full effort when you're teaching. Try to be a good, appropriate teacher. Try to be fun for your students, and this will happen. Yeah. Now, while I say this is the only way that I actually did for myself, I have done some of these other ways for another person's academy. So I have experience with these as well. If you have any questions about any of these here that perhaps I didn't address in this, definitely leave them down below. And if you thought this video was helpful at all, definitely leave me some feedback. I would love to make some more videos like this to hopefully help out some of the people out there. Yeah. Now, after you do this stuff, the next thing that you probably will want to be doing is consultations and sangdam. So I think that for my next video, I will share out a little bit about that. Everyone, have a great day, and peace.